This video blog is presented by Fortune 500 consultant, international entrepreneur, and author Del H. Smith. Author of Discovering Life's Purpose, Del presents his Meaning of Life video series under the pseudonym Cool Daddy.
Well, welcome back to the Cool Daddy Meaning of Life video blog. Cool Daddy's the name and ideas is his game. In our last video, the 7 seekers were convinced that the research to which they had committed themselves would reaffirm the yes direction at the signpost Jesus Christ is the Son of God. As they strolled along, Blair challenged Sally. Can you now tell us how you see all these signposts reinforcing each other? Sally replied, well, Blair, do you recall Adrian's earlier suggestion that spiritualism reinforces our reasoning? Adrian picked up the cue. For me, what spiritualists call spirit force, all of creation, and channel is the same as what religious call creator, all its children, and love. Jane reflected, well, that makes some sense, Adrian, but channel and love don't sound like the same thing to me. Peter offered, but Jane, might they be describing the same thing differently? How we are to do our very best to make ourselves at one with our Creator? If we were to channel all of the spirit forces' universal consciousness into our individual consciousness, would that not make us at one with our Creator? And if we were to perfectly love our Creator selflessly and unconditionally, making its will our will, would that not make our wills, and thus ourselves and our Creator, as one? Blair objected, but Adrian, how can universal consciousness reinforce our reasoning? Adrian replied, well, try this one on for size, Blair. What spiritualists call universal consciousness could be the same as what religious call revelation. Brenda had an aha moment, and our Creator leaves it up to us to make ourselves at one with it by applying our brains to channeling universal consciousness or to searching our minds for its revelation. Brenda surprised Adrian with a warm hug. Adrian, up till now, spiritualism made no sense and reasoning was too complex. But now seeing each reinforcing the other makes me no longer a tag-along, but a full-fledged seeker. Peter added, and Brenda, there's more. For us to love freely versus subserviently worship, our Creator had to disclose itself while keeping its magnificence hidden. It does this by placing its revelation directly into our minds, from which the prophets wrote the Bible. However, many fail to discover the revelation in their minds or to acknowledge the unspoken word of God in the Bible. Our Creator had to speak to us, disguised as a man, which resulted in Jesus giving us the spoken word of God. So both the Bible and Jesus reinforce our reasoning. Sally added, as does Jesus' greatest commandment. Cassandra concluded, well, from what you're all saying, Jesus' greatest commandment, God's unspoken word in the Bible, the Son of God's spoken word in the Gospels, spiritualism, and reasoning all confirm our knowledge of life's meaning. Blair reluctantly agreed. And because, to protect our freedom of choice, our Creator keeps proof unavailable to us, then researched and reinforced reasoning is our best confirmation of our knowledge of life's meaning. Peter summarized, it sounds like spiritualists, reasoners, and religious are all saying the same thing differently, what we might call violent agreement. And Jane added, and those who took the yes direction at the atheist signpost, if they were still with us, might not a universe from nothing's science have placed them in violent agreement as well. With that, Sally, Bible in hand, led the seven seekers down to the next signpost. Well, is researched and reinforced reasoning enough for you as well? Will you meet them at the next video?
Thanks for watching Cool Daddy's Meaning of Life with Del Smith. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.